วัสดีค่ะ Welcome to Hot Thai Kitchen. So in the spirit of the upcoming 4th of July celebration, I thought I would share with you an American-inspired Thai dish. Now this is khao phat American or American fried rice. So as a kid, I always thought this dish was actually American food, and only as an adult did I realize, wait a minute, they don't have this dish in America. But this dish is very popular in Thailand, especially amongst kids, because it's not spicy and there's just lots of fun components going on. So let's get started. So one of the main components of khao phat American is fried chicken drumsticks, because fried chicken is very American, right? Now you can use whatever recipe for fried chicken that you want. You can even throw down some KFC on the plate if you don't want to make it yourself, but I'll just show you a very quick and simple fried chicken recipe if you want to make it from scratch. Okay, so I've got here some chicken drumsticks. Now, quick marinade, I've got some fish sauce, of course. This is the Thai part. And then just some soy sauce, and this is Thai soy sauce, but you can use other kinds of soy sauce that you want. Just a little dash of white pepper, and I always like to keep a little bottle of white pepper when I'm too lazy to grind it fresh. I'm gonna add now some water. Now this water, it's going to help brine the chicken and make it a little more juicy. So I only need to marinate this for 30 minutes, but halfway through I'm gonna come and flip this back over so that the chicken is evenly coated on each side, and you can leave it overnight if you want. So get as much air out as possible, and that's it. While the chicken's marinating, let's take a look at the rest of our ingredients. So I've got here some carrots, and carrots to us is a Western vegetable. You can sort of tell whether a vegetable is considered Western or not based on whether we have a Thai name for it, and in Thai, a carrot is a carrot. It's the same thing. And I've also got some onion, and I'm just gonna put them together because they're going in at the same time. And then of course, some garlic. We always stir fry with garlic in Thailand. Second, we're gonna look at our vegetables. You can really put whatever kinds of vegetables you want, but this is sort of the classic. So I've got some corn and then some sugar snap peas. More commonly, they use peas, like regular frozen peas, you know, the English peas, but I don't really want to buy a whole bag of frozen peas just to use a little bit in the fried rice, and I don't like canned peas. So I just take sugar snap peas. Just make sure you remove the strings that run along the sides of the sugar snap peas because that's really chewy and you don't want to leave that in there. I've also got some raisins here. Now, you might recall from my pineapple fried rice video that I mentioned that I don't like raisins in savory food, but for whatever reason, it works in this dish and I don't mind it. One of the stars of the show is little hot dogs or wieners, and obviously an American item. So what I've done with these is I just cut halfway up into 4 different sections. And so like this, when we fry them, the little sections are gonna open up and they're gonna look like little octopus. Super cute. Super Asian thing to do too. So the sauce is very simple. I've got here some ketchup, which is to us the epitome of the Western ingredient. This here, I've got soy sauce and golden mountain sauce mixed together. Sorry, I meant to separate them, but I got carried away and I mixed them by accident. Now I'm gonna mix the two together. If you want to make it spicy, you can substitute some of the ketchup with some sriracha. That'll be really good too. A little bit of white pepper to this, just for a little kick. And that's it. Let's get cooking. This is the order in which I suggest you do it, that you fry the chicken first because that's gonna take a little while. So I'm adding some cornstarch in order to sort of turn all that liquid into a thin batter. And also some all-purpose flour. A little mix, and the cornstarch is going to keep the batter crispier and lighter than if we were to just do flour. Yeah, that looks just about right. I just want a thin coating. I don't want thick KFC coating, but if that's what you want, you can add a little more flour, make it a little thicker, and then you get a thicker coating. When you fry chicken, I always want to make sure that my oil is deep enough, and I'm going to heat it up to 350. Once I drop the chicken, the temperature will drop, and I'm going to maintain it at 325. Because the chicken's going to take quite a while, so 8 minutes, now's the time you can go and fry up your egg. So we're gonna need a sunny side up egg for this. And I don't need to show you how to cook sunny side up eggs, I'm sure, but this would be a good time to do it. Oh. So my chicken is nicely fried, my eggs are fried. Now the last thing we're gonna do before we cook the rice is fry the wieners and turn them into octopuses or octopi. technically. The oil I've actually turned off completely. I'm just using residual heat from the chicken. This does not need a lot of heat. And they will, like magic, turn into octopus in seconds. See? Very nice. And that's it. Since the wieners are, oh, look how cute they are. They're already cooked, so you don't really need to cook them. You just need to heat them up and open them. All right, so I've got my wok here. I'm gonna add a little bit of oil. We're now on to our fried rice. I'm gonna go in first with my bowl of aromatic. So onion, garlic, and carrots. The heat's not too high, just on medium heat. I want the onion to be translucent and the carrots to start to soften up a little bit. All right, and now I'm going in with my bowl of corn, peas, and raisins. And if you give the raisins a chance to cook, they'll actually soften up and become plump and juicy. So you can see the raisins plumping up already. And you don't want to overcook the peas, and you want to keep them crunchy and fresh. So rice, this has been refrigerated, so it's nice and easy to spread. And also the key to fried rice is when you make the rice, make sure you don't add too much water. It doesn't even need to be a day-old rice or anything. Okay, the sauce goes in. We're almost there. Now we're just gonna toss everything together. Press any rice lumps with the back of your spatula. That's how you get rid of them. And I'm cranking the heat now because I want the rice to dry out a little bit so the sauce isn't too wet. And once all the grains are coated like this, you're done. Woo, that's it. There's a very particular way to plate American fried rice, and one of the things that you want to do is make sure your rice is shaped in the perfect bowl shape. Some people put it in like a heart shape or star shaped bowl if you're making it for kids. It can be kind of fun. Center it as best you can and flip it out. So you want to pack it quite tightly, otherwise when you pull it out, it collapses. Ta-da! There you go. That's so cute. Okay, now I'm going to deck my plate with some fresh vegetables, so some tomatoes, and that'll really help sort of cut the grease because as you can see, there's a lot of fried stuff on here. Now, the drumstick. I'm gonna go with the biggest one here. The octopus wieners on the other side. Oh, you can do ham. Some people do ham. How many do I want? Yeah, let's go with 5. And then you top the rice with a sunny side up fried egg. Woo! Look at that! It's so cute! Oh my god, I see this and it just reminds me of childhood. What a fun looking plate. I love the moment you break the egg yolk. And you really need the yolk for this, I find. It adds a touch of creaminess to everything. Ooh. I'm gonna take a bite of the fried chicken. Oh, that's good. Goes together so well. The rice is a little sweet, a little tart from the ketchup. And then that egg, that creaminess of the egg really sort of mellows it out. And then you've got the salty, crunchy, tender, juicy fried chicken. Oh, and I haven't even gotten to the hot dogs. So it's so good. It's so much fun. And just by looking at it, you know your kids are going to love it. You know you and the kid inside of you is going to love it. And it's a little bit of prep, but it really goes quite quickly once you've got everything put together. So I hope you give this a try. And when you do, send me a photo on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. If you haven't subscribed to the show, please do so right here. I put out wonderful recipes every week. And I will see you next time for your next delicious Thai meal.